Welcome to the Buffalo Wild Wings Coach's Corner. Now let's join Monty Walker with Howe Bulldogs head coach Bill Jehling.
All right, Coach, what a way to start district play. Great team in Pottsboro, state runners-up, and they're going to be tough to beat this year.
Absolutely. Pottsboro is a very good football team. I mean, they're big, they're physical, they got speed. They're a really good team. I mean, they utilize the weapons they have, and they got a lot of them. They're going to be very tough to beat down the road. Right now, watching film, I would say they're the top team in our district right now.
Well, on the third offensive series for you Friday night, I looked up and you had 3 sophomores in the backfield. You had 2 freshmen on the line. It's hard in the immediate, but I think that's going to play a role in the future of the program.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we're getting a lot of young kids playing this year, and they're getting a lot of valuable experience. We're still counting on our older kids to get some jobs done from time to time. But, yeah, definitely, I mean, a lot of young kids playing right now. But long run, it'll pay off because everybody's getting experience. And, like I always say, anytime you can get a young kid experience, it pays off the next year, and especially 2 years later, it will really pay off.
Now, I noticed you huddled up a lot on offense. Is that something that's going to continue?
Yes, we're going to huddle up. With the teams we're playing moving forward, we're going to try to burn as much clock as possible. I want to try to snap the ball under 10 seconds on the play clock just to keep the clock moving a little bit. But we will still, be using our wristbands and going fast paced from time to time. You always got to have a 2-minute offense in to be prepared for that. But you'll see us huddle more moving forward, but at times you'll see us moving fast as well.
All right, we're going to take a quick timeout. We'll be back in 30 seconds on the Buffalo Wild Wings Coach's Corner.
Get to B-Dubs on Thursdays for buy one, get one free boneless wings. Or as we like to say, 100% more wings. That's right. When you buy boneless wings on Thursdays, you get the same amount of wings for $0.00. Basically, the second order is 100% off. So get here for buy one, get one free boneless wings on Boneless Thursdays. Buffalo Wild Wings. Roar! Buy one, get one of equal value free. Dine in at participating locations. Takeout is limited and may vary by location. Size exclusions may apply while supplies last. Limit 1 offer per customer. Not valid with any other coupon.
All right, Coach, what senior on your team that you can tell who's always working, even when no one's watching, he's doing his job, he's putting his work in? Who is that kid?
That's got to be Jackson Atkins, 100%. I mean, that kid plays every snap of every offensive play, every snap of every defensive play. I mean, he's on a few special teams, but Jackson Atkins is doing a great job for us on both sides of the ball, and he's just one of those kids that, he's got that little knack in him that you can't teach. He just goes 100 miles an hour every play, and even when he makes a mistake, he does it going 100 miles an hour. So he's definitely been a standout for us on both sides of the ball this year.
You need about 8 or 9 more of those Jackson Atkins kids.
Absolutely. You always wish you could have that because he's just got that little grit to him that you can't teach. But it's been an honor to coach Jackson the last 2 years, and it's going to be an honor to coach in the next couple games as well.
So with Jehling out, he's such a weapon, still a high ankle sprain. What do you do to get the offense going?
We evaluated this past weekend, and with that, we know we're going to have Jehling again for this week and possibly for another week or two. We kind of sat down and said, who are the top 5 guys on our offensive side of the ball that we want to get the ball in their hands, and we want to figure out ways to get the ball in their hands and utilize what they're good at. Sometimes schemes might be great for athletes, but we got to figure out we're in a situation where these are the guys that we know need to have the ball in their hand, and what are they best at, and we're going to utilize that moving forward. I mean, it might be a little different than what you've seen in the past, or last couple games, but we got to start utilizing the skill sets our kids have and using that to our advantage.
Well, we're 6 weeks into the season, or at least 6 weeks into school, and that's always a big test. How the Bulldogs do?
Bulldogs always do good academically. They don't like rolling the field when I get a report that they're failing. We lost only two grades, and they were really close to passing, and we know we'll get them back as soon as the grade check comes out. But I always say when you got 50, 60 kids and you're only losing 1 or 2, that's a high percentage of passing, and the Bulldogs did very well again academically. Give credit to our teachers for working with them.
Winsborough coming into town, and a 90-mile bus ride. Maybe that plays to the Bulldogs' favor. They lost to Mineola a week ago. What did you see on film?
Well, first off, Mineola is a really good football team. Winsborough is a good football team as well. they felt, when I watched them on film, they kind of looked like they were out of sync against Mineola compared to the previous games. They're going to be they run kind of a variation of the wing tee, slot tee, so they're looking to run the ball more than anything else. They do throw it from time to time, and Coach Finney does a really good job of running that slot wing tee look out of so many different formations. And that's the hard part when you only get 3 days to prepare is, we don't know what formation they're coming out in, and we got to prepare our kids for all of them. So we spend a lot of time on formation rec and everything, but he runs it pretty effectively. That's what he's known for. But number one's their playmaker for sure, and we got to make sure we stop number one. And offensively, their defense flies to the ball. They're not very big compared to some of the teams we played in the past, but they're aggressive and they're fast. So we got to make sure we're controlling the clock, and we got to move the ball. We got to be able to move the ball and just sustain some drives.
Today's Coach's Corner has been brought to you by Buffalo Wild Wings. You're listening to the Polio's Pizza Tailgate Party.